Padre Santus Carrick. Why, hello there! I just washed my hair again. That's why I look like a priest from the hood. And also, all my clothes are dirty, so I just put the jacket. Can you tell that I've never even seen drugs? Oh.
That is a nearly silent drone system that can deliver.
Why does that look fake?
From the sky
It kind of
right
looks
to my backyard in as little as
photoshopped.
2 minutes with dinner plate accuracy.
Looks
and as far
photoshopped.
as I'm concerned, that's basically teleportation.
Okay.
This is the very near future of package delivery from a company called Zipline.
Okay.
It's been over
It
a
looks
decade since
photoshopped,
we were
though.
first promised drone delivery that looked like this. And to be honest, I was never that stoked about it because I couldn't imagine that anyone would actually want something that big and loud with dangerously fast spinning propellers landing anywhere near this.
Yeah.
And that was about because with the explosion of people using Amazon or food delivery app DoorDash or Instacart, billions
But
of
like
doorstep
if you-
deliveries are now happening every year.
But even if you
want to
order
raise
it
a few
now,
ounces,
like, it has to
driving
be
to
like a
everyone
certain
with these
size.
2-ton
Because, like,
gas-powered vehicles is
after
wildly
that, like,
inefficient,
if it's
bad
too
for the
big,
whole
if
planet,
it's
and
too
not
big
to
of an
mention
order,
just
you gotta have
really
a bigger
slow.
drone. Blah
Delivery
blah blah.
would not only take a lot of cars off the road, but it would
Okay.
be a lot faster than a car. It would be fully electric, fully autonomous, and it would cost pennies worth of energy per delivery. And with Zipline, because the droid that lowers the package can move laterally in any direction, it can make a dartboard-sized precision landing even in high winds, while the main drone can stay 400 feet up in the sky, making the whole thing whisper quiet.
Wow.
Also due in part to the clever design of these real propellers. As you all know, I only make about 10 videos a year, and while most are just sort of ridiculous, I like to dedicate one video to showcase how clever people are using engineering to change the world for the better. And to be clear, the company I'm talking about today is not sponsoring this or paying me in any way. I'm just really impressed by the work that they're doing and how they're doing it. So we'll circle back in a minute to exactly how they're going to pull off deliveries using these short-range drones in a city. But it begs the question, if they can make it work there, why not use gliding drones to cover longer distances to deliver critical medical supplies for countries with lots of remote villages? Well, as it turns out, catapulting life-saving blood through the sky is what they've already been doing for over 6 years, which is why we need to head out to Rwanda to understand where this all started. And immediately after showing up, we were right in the thick of it as drones were taking off.
Whoa, that is crazy fast.
As another one landed every 90 seconds.
Every 90 seconds?
And as a newcomer, it felt a bit chaotic. But if you're going to rack up 40 million miles worth of drone flights, your team needs to be operating with the efficiency of an F1 pickup.
Dude,
so here's a crash course
that
on
is...
how it all works. It all starts with an order coming in from a doctor at a hospital, say, for example, for an emergency supply of blood.
Okay, they do it for medicine right now. Okay, I was asking, what do they deliver? Because it looks... Imagine if you're delivering soup with that, right? Like the chaos.
Then pre-flight safety checks, they launch the drone, all within 90 seconds of the order. The catapult launched the drone from 0 to 65 miles an hour.
That is so cool.
In a third of a second.
Dude.
Which is literally less time than it takes. And starts at its cruising speed, where it takes much less energy to stay airborne.
That is so cool. You know, just a second. I have like the highest hope for Africa because after seeing what China did to go from literally being where all your recycling trash goes to being one of the most powerful countries on earth because of, you know, the fact that they have a lot of people and the way that Africa is moving right now, the moves that they're doing, I swear, I'm no expert, but I feel like it's coming. It's coming. Like Africa is gonna become one of the big forces in you know, world stuff. In world stuff, very educated. A very educated term.
Having now completed the mission, it continues making all decisions to autonomously navigate from as far as 150 miles. Then taking inspiration from an aircraft carrier, the drone approaches the military-grade GPS.
It's very quiet. The quietness is important too because I have planes that fly over my house every single day and and they're like military planes. What are those called? Like I forgot the term. I'll put a picture of them on the screen. Fly over my house every single day.
Which means it works in pretty much any weather. And because there's no human steering it, it has no issues flying at night. So they run the operation 24 hours a day, which is how 6 years they've managed to make those 500,000 often life-saving deliveries.
Whoa.
That uppermost top of the
That is so cool.
Of
so I feel like most of the
fixing,
you could guess and say that 90% of what they need to like fix or not the propeller. What's it? The slingshot? The thing that they sling the planes in. This is gonna be like where the thing that they're gonna need to fix the most. Electricity. I mean, if they have what's it called? Generators. I forgot my words today. Jesus. And if like I don't know, poachers or something shoots the plane down, because I remember there was a thing with drones back in Haiti, and they just kept on getting shot like mid-air by random people. So I feel like that could be an issue too. But besides that, I feel like
prototype, you build it, and then you try to get until you have the shiny product that you want.
damn.
This is a different type of aircraft. It had the tail.
Yeah.
The tail will deploy like an aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
And then the fishing pole will pull.
He's not saying that figuratively. They were scrappy in the early days, using actual fishing poles, as you can see here. And secondly, this is Abdul. And what you should know about Abdul is he grew up in Rwanda, not far from where these drones are launching. Stanford and Harvard. He got his start in engineering for much.
I remember that I would make cars from.
It's always the guy that makes cars with boxes. They're always the ones that go dude, they're always the ones that go crazy, bro. I swear to God, like
genocide, narrowly escaping himself. But he didn't give up. Go around to all the local hospitals, fixing their MRI machines for free. Abdul was the very first zipline employee in Rwanda, and he really helped to pioneer so many of the systems they have in place.
That is so cool. That is so cool. But like, I have 3 guys that used to just do like the little cars with the carton is in my neighborhood. All went to like not Stanford, but like the one in California, the big university in California. I forgot the name.
This is where the blood is, right? It's O positive. You're like, I shouldn't be touching this. Stay calm. That's the #1 rule. Scan it like this. 5. Okay. Just out here saving lives. And once I ring the, it's the drone problem. Okay, what do I do?
Okay.
See here? Out of my way, I'm coming through.
All right. Clip it on.
Battery.
Let's go.
There's so many. So after a final check of the drone's condition,
Okay.
a little bit of
Okay.
we had liftoff.
Let's go. It looks so cool. I would want to ride one. Not even kidding. I would low-key want to just
How do you guys do this
go.
all day long?
Yeah.
So
Go
now
on
that I had
one.
a print for the launch site, we headed out to see where some of these drones were actually flying. So we left the launch site 3.5 hours, remote hospital on this really windy road. And as we've been tracking and seeing zipline drones delivering blood and medical supplies to this hospital, so since we're about a half hour out, I thought it would be fun to place my own order, and it could meet up, get there, 'cause you need extra ointment, you just need extra.
Okay.
And sure enough, it's after arriving, I got notification for an incoming pack. This is wild because we're like 4 hours away on some really windy road.
Damn. Nice. Nice. The people just got. I would be so freaked out, like just randomly walking and there's.
A few minutes.
For doctors, it was like a miracle.
Dude, blood, transportation, organ and blood transportation are the most difficult things to like get to hospitals.
Every time when I see the drones around, I just think that someone's saved.
And that's kind of true, because their drones have reduced in-hospital maternal mortality by 88%.
Dude, that is high, bro. Even in the Caribbeans right now, they're having problems. Okay, and the reason that I know that is because my dad is a doctor and he works with a lot of institutions that have like blood transfusion, blood transportation problems. Like, it's not that there's not enough blood, it's just that, yeah, sometimes there's not enough blood, first off. But, like, it's also very hard to, like, bring it to the emergency site in a timely manner. That is, like, the most difficult part in the whole process.
Given 1,000 hospitals globally today, that number will be 10,000 by the end of the year. All right,
that
so
is insane.
To talk about.
Dude, maybe they can get those in the Caribbeans because they're having a lot of issues right now with blood transportation. Like in Jamaica, I remember. Jamaica, Haiti, of course, because everything not really good over there, but Jamaica, where else? A lot of countries in like the top South America, like in the Gulf of Mexico, having a lot of blood transportation issues. Like for the more private hospitals.
Have to interject here and say I was blown away by Rwanda as a country. I mean, right out of the gate, their stoplights are really cool because they're just countdowns till the light turns green. They can balance and carry pretty much anything on their heads, and their there's motorcycle taxis everywhere. And given that when in Rwanda, you do as the Rwandans do, whenever pop, that's how we got around ourselves.
Yeah, not just Rwanda. Like, I feel like it's like a third world country staple to just, like, shit goes down, we don't complain. We just know what to do. Like the head transportation, dude. I know people that have been carrying stuff on their head since they were 3. How, dude? They have the strongest necks. I am just saying, like that. Oh my god.
Where we went. Well, not.
Dude, have you ever been in a moto taxi traffic? Like, so many motor taxis that it's the road is just blocked. It's crazy because, like, when you're in a car, you're kind of safe. When you're in a motor taxi, any other motorcycle can just run, can just like pop your kneecap or just like run off with your leg. I got in a motorcycle accident with my cousin, and he was in the middle. There was the driver. There was my cousin. It was in the middle, and I was all the way in the back. And a driver opened their car right in the middle of the street. Pop! We flew over the door. My cousin, because he was in the middle, he hit the door with his hip. I flew over it. The driver got cut up through the window, so he had like slices everywhere. I'm sorry, it's very detailed. I don't even know if I'm gonna leave that in the video, but like I was safe because I was in the back and flew over the door, landed on the other side of the street where like every other car was kind of screeching. A guy was mad at me for the guy that stopped his car in front of me was mad because I was making him late because I was in a motorcycle accident. Can you imagine?
Not gonna take it easy on
Yeah.
Besides the fact that Messi seems to like it, before traveling there, the only real thing
African kids. I played soccer. I learned to play soccer in Africa, in Central Africa. No, it was Malabo first, and then in Central Africa. I actually learned how to not get my ass kicked in soccer in Central Africa. Dude, they play barefoot, and like they play barefoot, and they had this game like where you need to play a full like game. Is that what you say in English? Yeah, a full soccer game without letting the ball touch the ground. So it's not like just pass the ball between you and don't let the ball touch the ground. No. You need to run to the other guy's goal and then run back, pass the ball without it touching the ground the whole time. And they would go like hours long without it touching the ground. It was insane.
thing I knew about Rwanda was the Rwandan genocide that took place about 30 years ago. And while there are still plenty of battle scars, as horrific as that was, it sort of galvanized the country into a period of healing and solidarity as a single Rwandan people. Instead, for example, on the last Saturday of the month, literally everyone spends the day picking up trash and volunteering in their local communities.
Oh, that's
cool. One of the reasons you hardly see litter anywhere. The other one being 15
that's
years
so
ago,
cool.
they were one of the first countries to ban all single-use plastics.
Whoa, let's go, Rwanda, yes!
In the air. Everyone was moving with the purpose everywhere we went. Not just working hard, but smart with their resources on hand.
Dude, they're gonna shoot up.
For over a decade,
They're gonna shoot up.
attending school up to age 16 has been both mandatory and free. And when you combine that with leapfrog to new technologies like drone delivery, for the last decade, their economy has been growing at 4 times the rate of the US economy, while their violent crime rate has been 15 times less than the US.
Let's go! Yes! We like to see that.
In the wild,
Aww.
which was equal adorable and terrifying.
Terrifying. Yeah, look at it.
They're critically endangered, but thanks to Rwandan conservation efforts funded by people paying for brief visits like
Oh
this,
my-
their numbers
dude,
have climbed
look
by
at the
200
build.
over the past decade. All that
I
to
look like
say, besides,
SpongeBob.
of course, my own country, Rwanda is my new. Is even supposed to load in their items for delivery. And so in a search for answers, I went right through their.
But yeah, I got
headquarters,
planes
not that
flying
far down
above
the road
my
from where I live.
my
And the
house
first thing
every
you
single
notice in the
day.
lobby is
It's
this really
disgusting.
cool projection that not only shows the total number of flights flown, now to over 500,000, but it also
Damn.
shows all the long-range drones they have in the air at that exact
That's also a
moment,
cool effect to
delivering
just
those
see
critical
on your
medical supplies
office
all
wall
around
when
the
you
world.
whenever you
And
go.
this isn't now just where they design and build all the drones. It's also where they do a lot of testing. And they test pretty much everything in every way possible before getting it out to the field as quickly as possible. And according to their CEO Keller, this is something they discovered early on.
Our key insight was we were dumb, and we basically always assumed we were dumb. And for that reason, when we design things, we
I always
learn the
like
real world
when
super fast
like
and learn
startup
by surveying real
engineers
people.
just say, yeah,
And
we're
you
dumb.
learn so
We don't know
much that you
anything.
can't learn in a lab
And like
or
they're
in a
literally the
tower.
ones
So
changing the
before we
world.
actually hear
It's
just how
so
quiet
it's
these
so
things
weird,
are,
but
I
like
just
that's how I
want to say
feel.
that
That's
all
how
the best engineers
yeah.
I've ever known have had that same level of humility, knowing there's no better way to learn than to test and to break stuff. Because to think like engineers, crunch lab. All right, so to answer my first question on the noise level, I'll just
Dude,
show
I might
my
need to get
actual
one
reaction to the first
of
time
the
I
Crunch
heard
Lab
it.
things
I
because
heard
I feel like I'm stupid.
I cannot believe that's airborne. Are you serious? And I just wish there was a better way to convey this on video, but here's my best attempt. You'll first hear a leaf blower, then a typical hobby drone that weighs 1 pound, then their drone that weighs 50 pounds.
Okay.
And of course, I've kept the audio levels completely untouched for all three.
Okay. What
That
the?
is whisper quiet.
Dude!
That is very quiet.
That's impressive.
That cow is way louder.
That is impressive.
than
That's
that
impressive.
drone. I bet the mic picked up that cow. And this test was incredibly surprising to me because I sort of just assumed the weight of a thing would exactly determine how loud the propellers will end up being to keep that thing in the air. But it turns out that's not actually true even if you just look
Okay.
at nature. Pigeons, for example, sound like this. But
Okay.
with owls, there's an evolutionary pressure to be as quiet as possible.
Because
And as
they
a
hunt
result,
at night,
their flight
yeah.
sounds like this. For this reason, to crack the
Okay,
code,
I
Zipline actually did
that's a good
transmit
comparison because I never thought about
to
that.
build anything robot. So in an effort
Damn.
to try and visualize the secret of their quiet propellers, in this graph, the area under the curve could represent the energy from one of those annoying high-pitched hobby drones, where the closest of these spikes is the high frequency that's just sort of grating on your ear. So after studying the hummingbird and designing really wild-looking rotors like this, Zipline figured out how to take those spikes and flatten them all out. So while the extra weight means there's still more energy or area under the curve, getting rid of all the spikes means it's much more of a constant whoosh sound, more like white
Damn, they
noise
should
that
use
the
that
drone
with
just sort of
every
doesn't
drone
use.
then.
They use the same quiet propeller approach for their long-range drones.
I feel like I've seen him before.
Have you
Does
seen
he have like a
planes fly
YouTube
over
channel?
and
Because
deliver
I
the
feel
supplies
like
here? That's amazing.
maybe
There
it
was
was
just
in an
15
article or
deliveries
something.
in the
Because
last hour.
I research I basically work for my dad, and we do a lot of research on medical phenomenons in third world countries and other countries and developing countries, and like I've seen a lot of information. I haven't retained all of them as much as he has, but like I feel like I've seen him somewhere. His face looks really familiar.
Question regarding safety, just like when sending something to Mars, all their critical systems have backups on. In engineering, we call this redundancy, and they even demonstrated for us how if one propeller stops working, it could still fly due in part to the large back propeller slack. And that back propeller is pretty, by the way, because it's what propels the drone forward as it moves across town, but then it turns down 90 degrees to help steer and create extra lift while it's stationary.
Let's
and
go,
in
dude.
addition
Use
to
that for everything. For air, no, not airplanes. What's it called? The thing. Helicopters. Use it for helicopters. Use it for other drones. Use it for that stupid drone car that they're doing in Dubai. Like, use it for everything, bro. Like, it's too loud. Maybe it can kill speed. I don't know if it loses speed. It looks pretty fast to me.
In flights, they've had exactly 0 incidents causing any injury. As for my third bonus
Damn.
question, in the most simple case, something like a grocery store could reserve some
Okay.
as one of the Zipline engineers told me.
You can take a window from your local pharmacy and turn it into this portal.
Inside, then it goes back up the chute into the drone and off for delivery. For healthcare, if
Okay,
you were
I know
really
these are
sick
renders,
and,
but
say,
they
on a
look
video call with
sorta
your
for
doctor,
you.
By the time the call was ending, your medications could be on your back porch, so you don't have to leave your house.
Damn.
You could also imagine how with a distributed more than 90%
If you
of
make
people in
them
the US
bigger,
live within
use
10
that
miles
propeller
of their
design,
largest
or use a
retail
better
store,
propeller
and
design,
Zipline
because I know that they're gonna come up with a
make it
a
to
better
round
one,
trip
and then
while
just
carrying
make them
that
silent.
pounds.
I don't want to hear
Is you don't need
big
to
ass
get all the
noises
cardboard
on
boxes
top
out,
of
because it
me
doesn't have to
just
survive
because
being
you
shipped
ordered
out
something on Amazon.
Big stores, your favorite local shop or restaurant can now more afford to send a thing to your, but at an ostensibly much lower cost than a person driving a 3,000-pound car to drop it off.
Thank God,
And as soon as
also
by
the
end of this
cost.
year, Custline. It's just an idea that won't leave my head after seeing all this,
Mm-hmm.
because it stands to reason if the system can work for packages, it should be a human.
Okay.
Right? In other words, imagine a bigger drone. Let's say it's an ambulance with more powerful but equally
That's
quiet
what I
propellers
said.
so high
That's
up in
what
the
I
sky
said. That's what I just said.
then it lowers the entire cockpit like the droid, which could quietly touch down driveway. So you hop in or they put you in on the ground, then it reels you in so you can glide above roads and travel
And-
straight to your destination, only to be dropped off safely in the same manner. All right, so finally, I just wanna
And
wrap up with
remember
the
that they said that the design, the way that it worked, if I remember correctly, works in sort of every single type of weather. So like you wouldn't be you wouldn't need to be worried if it's raining or if it's at night, because like the way that the propellers work, the way the system works would make that effective, and that would be insanely amazing. That would be great. I want this. I'm up for this. Like if they need like funding or something, I have no money, none, zero, nada. I'm not even monetized yet, so but like that's fire. That's fine.
In fact, one kid came up specifically wanting to show Abdul what he built completely on his own.
Yo, let's go.
It's impossible not to compare
Let's
the
go.
complexity of this build to the simple milk carton version Abdul grew up making.
Absolutely. Listen, that honestly, I think this is my favorite video. This is the favorite video I've seen that I've reacted ever since doing this channel, because I react to a lot of, I don't know, negative stuff, the Karen stuff, the TikTok compilation thing, but I'm like considering just reacting to videos of inventions and like technological progress for like the rest of the channel, because like I don't know, I don't know if I'm a nerd. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, thanks for watching the video. I reacted to the guy that made snakes, that made legs for snakes. Forgot his name. I think it's Alan. It's Alan. I don't remember names. I have dyslexia, by the way. I mean, that's probably why you know me, because I make those dyslexia videos. I really do have dyslexia. Like, subscribe to the video. Yeah, peace. And so go support Mark. Like he has a small channel. Like he needs us. A wee little channel that just, you know, has like what? How many? 23.5 subscribers? 23.5 million subscribers? That's small. He needs your help, man. Go support him. All the love. Thanks for watching. Peace.